Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude? Estoy aquí con mi amigo Lora. Hola a todos. That's the only Spanish you're going to get from me, so hopefully you guys understand English.
I hope you said something nice, but...
I just said I'm here with my friend Lora.
Ah,
That's
okay.
it, buddy.
That's good.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. I'm happy I'm going to cast this game. The crowd seems super excited.
Yeah.
Iceberg.
You didn't want to cast some Alliance games? Only a little bit.
No, I don't want to jinx those things. I feel like if I just cast that, they're going to lose automatically. They seem to be doing so well, so I don't know if I dare to do that.
That's fair.
Hola.
Hola, guys. Iceberg has been very energetic, by the way. He's been seen here. This one, he's walking up, going into the booth. He's doing his little dance thing, too.
Playing really well as well.
Yeah, he's been crushing.
He's a monster.
However, you were looking at his game, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was looking at Iceberg's games, and I mean, he had like a, what was it? What was his stats? 9-1-4 with SF. Slightly around average, below average, something like that.
According to his stats, it's actually, it looks like he was underperforming as a 9-1 Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
671 GPM, not nearly enough. So
not enough.
Well, we'll see if they pick SF one more game, maybe, and show us how you're supposed to play it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. So what are you hoping for to see in this one, huh?
What I'm hoping for to see, some FNG secret draft. I think we're going to see FNG help Iceberg mid, secure the game.
Yeah, sit mid.
I actually get so annoyed, like, if I was a player playing as FNG, you know, you know he's going to be there. You're like, you think maybe he's not going to be there this game, but deep in your heart, you know they're going to do a lane mid.
Yep,
so.
he's going to start mid. He's gonna sacrifice his life for his buddy. He's going to bring a bottle.
I think it's good though. It works for some teams.
Yeah, I mean they're making it work here for sure.
Yeah, for sure. They played each other in the group stage as well, right?
I do believe so. Yeah.
And if I'm not wrong, I think SG won that time.
I think SG did win. I can check it really quick too. Yeah, SG won.
But I guess
that was with the Drow lineup though. Drow was winning a lot of those group stage games.
Oh really? I actually didn't see that.
Yeah, I think there was like 3 or 4 Drow games that all won, and then there's 1 loss.
Has it been banned as well then?
Yeah, people are taking it out. Okay. Whenever there's like the 2 openers, you know, the 2 ranged openers, people take out the Drow, usually 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I mean I watched some EG pick Drow at Mars.
At MDL.
MDL, yeah, and it looked really effective. So we're gonna see what happens now. They banned the Drow, as you pointed out.
Yep, they don't want to deal with that kind of like cheese thing. They already have. I think they know the strategy that they want to be able to beat SG. Just play normal Dota. Don't play something out of the ordinary. They haven't gotten IO at all. I think everybody's been banning it versus them. Like every single one of their games. Yeah, it's been like IO banned first 2 every single time versus Team Spirit. So I haven't gotten a chance to actually see them play this.
But it is an is it an FNG hero or Vanscore?
I actually don't know. I didn't get the chance to see him play because even in the whole qualifiers, I saw people were banning it. So here's one game where they did actually get it.
Yeah.
So I can actually bring that one up.
It's quite an interesting team, Team Spirit. The players, I mean, all of them have. Maybe Iceberg would actually be the one with the least experience, if you can actually say that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Team, but they have so much. I mean, they have LAN experience. They have been around the scene for a long time, and yeah, that's going to be Iceberg, Tiny. I've seen it many times.
So is Vanscore. Who's going to play IO?
Yeah.
Is what it seems.
Seems like it for sure.
SG with
Earth Spirit Dazzle.
Earth Spirit Dazzle right away.
Is it a South American Wisp counter? I mean, Earth Spirit is for sure good against Wisp.
Yeah, Earth Spirit's great. I mean, even Dazzle, you know, the Wisp IO's like super low armor, but
Dazzle does secure lanes a little bit, I guess, but if they're gonna duel mid, I'm not sure if it's gonna help. Oh, we'll see.
Oh, so maybe this time it's not gonna be FNG sitting mid with Vanscore. It's gonna be, or with Iceberg, it's gonna be Vanscore.
For sure, but Vanscore is also such a player. Like I thought he was really good. Then he took maybe like 2 years break.
Yeah,
after
he took a while.
Yeah, and now he's back, and I was talking a bit to him, and he looked happy and excited and you know, more motivated than ever. So
his Rubik was super good when he used to play it. I loved watching him actually play it.
For sure. So which of these teams do you know the best? What are they gonna follow up with?
Following up with this, I haven't got a chance to see them play the IO, so I think that like really throws a wrench in like the usual strategy that they do have. Because personally, I like when you play the IO, you want to stick with the particular Tiny. So I don't want them to go for like any type of other like semi-carry, like other partners.
Would you rather see a pure dual mid Tiny Wisp rather than a Wisp rotating a little bit between all the lanes?
More than that's I think the stronger way of playing it. I talked to GH a lot about it actually when I was at Epicenter, and he had like the same exact opinion. He's like, you don't want to split your resources. It's like your win condition is like you're picking the IO with the Tiny.
Yeah,
that's like you want to stick with that guy.
I feel a bit like that as well. Like even in games when IO and Tiny are getting a lot of pressure on them in mid lane, you tend to make more out of by just stacking and playing it safe, and you keep sticking together in split pushing, farming.
Like you can have heroes that you can make rotations for and stuff, like heroes that can set up for the relocate, but you don't want like a secondary pair.
I really like having like a Bat Rider off lane when you have a static lane in mid with Tiny Wisp, because Wisp just having one TP with a few bottle charges can really turn that lane around.
It almost sounds like an alliance strategy. IO Tiny like Bat Rider, look at that.
Yeah, sounds like S4 would have picked that quite fast.
So take out the Nyx and the Clockwork. Actually, that's like all the big support heroes that I've actually gotten to see FNG play, except for the Sand King. Clockwork, Nyx, and Night Stalker.
I like the Clock ban because they do play it on offlane as well on DK Phobos, right? I think he played it last game. So.
And he played the Night Stalker offlane twice today already.
Okay.
So
I think Night Stalker is a very strong hero.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Sometimes it feels like he's super strong, and then he gets like ignored one whole draft, and the next draft he's picked like first two again.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, okay, yeah.
That's what I feel is a bit confusing about a hero, because teams do first pick him, and sometimes they don't care about it.
That's what I love about these kind of like tournaments, right? When we have teams from like directly opposite sides of the world, and they've never met each other before.
Yeah.
Now we have Team Spirit versus SG, the Brazilians.
I really wonder what SG are looking to do here. I guess it's gonna be a mid puck.
That's what I would think so, yeah. Adriano used to play it a good amount. I guess still.
Do you think it's so good though? Like Puck versus Tiny Wisp?
No, not really. It's tough to. You can harass the IO with like rotations and stuff. Maybe they'll do a dual lane. Maybe that's their plan. Puck Dazzle.
Yeah, that's true.
And that actually puts a good amount of pressure because it's high physical damage and they're both very low armor.
An Earth Spirit Roam might.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a Shadow Shaman duel safe for sure.
One of the things that Puck like hates playing versus those instant disables, right? Like you jump in, if you get like instantly hexed, it can really mess up everything. They're actually going to get Topo's Enigma. So it was not banned out. Team Spirit left it, and that's versus IO Tiny. That's not that fun to play versus IO Tiny. You really have to like, you're not going to make those offensive relocates for the most part.
Yeah, you mean that it's not so nice for Tiny IO, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, for sure. We hated to play against Enigma back in the day. I mean, I remember at TI4 we got screwed from top 8 by playing Wisp Tiny versus Wisp CK actually versus Size Enigma. It was disgusting, you know. Every time you get relocated into a black hole, I cried myself to sleep that night. But
yeah, you pretty much have to save it.
Which
for
player is it? Tabo Enigma?
Tabo Enigma.
Seemed like people were a bit excited to see it. I heard the crowd going a little bit wild.
That's like probably one of his most like renowned heroes. That was the one, you know, for Kiev Major where he had like, the versus EG and versus Secret and everything when he went off. Yeah, for
sure. But what? I mean, I think you know these guys a little bit better than me for sure. What would they like follow up a lineup like this? Would it be a TB going for more late game or?
That's the one thing is that they're. The Puck and the Enigma are those like weird kind of heroes because they're not like these super scaling cores, but they do scale.
Yeah, and
they have that like potential for
both of them are quite insane with level 25 especially, I feel.
I still think they could pick like the Juggernaut or Lifestealer. Looks pretty decent here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's not like, you know, a super hard carry, which ideally they want in someone who kills towers, of course, but...
This is a carry silencer. What?
Yeah, you're right.
Or are they actually going to do mid silencer? And
they could do IO Tiny mid, or IO Tiny safe, and silencer mid, yeah. I mean, it's pretty strong. Iceberg, I wouldn't put it past him playing a pretty legit, to play a pretty legit silencer, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Guy's kind of a beast.
Silencer should be winning the matchup against Wisp. I mean, against Puck, I think. I haven't seen that matchup many times though. It's hard to say. Yeah,
it's hard. It's like kind of. I think it's kind of like goes back and forth.
Depends on the Earth Spirit Roam, I guess.
Yeah, well. And with like the extra, you know, the extra creep in mid, and since Puck actually has like nukes, you know, you can actually force the lane in a little bit better.
I rarely think so much about the extra creep. Actually, it does more than you think.
It does make a big difference. The silencer though it's great versus Puck, Enigma, and Earth Spirit, and even versus Dazzle. This pick is actually super good versus all of SG's hero.
Yeah, no, I really think so as well, and it makes their scaling honestly a tiny bit worse. So for sure a good pickup. But it
I
has
love
to
this
be the-
music, dude. Yeah, it's like.
I don't know. This is your PC, right? You're the one who's been turning on the music.
Dude, it's on mine too, man. Yeah, I think it's coming through the feed anyways.
Ah, okay. Well, you know.
So they actually take out the Sand King anyway. For those
yeah,
for those
I'm not
setups.
sure what will they pick for DK Phobos. Night Stalker ban, Clock ban, Sand King ban. Does he play like Shakers? Maybe a little bit greedy, but
His Broodmother's left in the pool, but I don't know if they want to go full rat mode. It could dismantle SG pretty hard though if they picked a Broodmother right here.
I'm actually surprised more teams actually don't abuse that hero. I like that. I saw that Secret has started playing Queso Brood.
He loves that
yeah,
hero. He absolutely loves that
because
hero.
I used to play with Bulldog, right? And he loved Brood as well.
Yep.
You know, he would get this disgusting smile on his face whenever we had a chance to pick it.
I can imagine.
Yeah. You know how he's.
What other heroes do we have left? He's played Legion Commander, I know, in the past before, but...
Elsie is a really good fit, though.
Yeah.
Like, I really think it's good because you're playing with Io, you're playing with Tiny, when Tiny is sieging with press the attack and all these things. I think Elsie would make their lineup quite, like, all-round.
Yeah, maybe they want a little bit more catch. No, actually,
I don't know.
he does well. Like Urspir and Dazzle, they would have to commit a full tri-lane to really zone that hero too.
That's true, though. They have Dazzle, and they barely have any damage in the duel. Yeah, it is the Shaker.
So they do go for the Shaker. Good call.
I mean, I think Shaker is actually one of those heroes that I feel is... He doesn't have the biggest impact on the lane, at least if it's not one-on-one. But, you know, he almost always has some impact sneak into the game, and I think the new Enchant Totem is... I mean, it's not a huge change when they made it True Strike, but like all these small things that makes it into a strong hero.
All the different little like changes that happen. The Aftershock gets buffed, then the Enchant Totem got that True Strike, and then instead of his talent being 8 strength,
I was so pissed when I played
to 10.
PA mid and got counter picked by Earth.
You get destroyed.
Yes.
You get destroyed.
I have no chance. I want to stop Dota.
Because even like throughout the whole game, he just blows you up. You can't do. You actually can't do shit.
For sure. But I'm not sure what they're gonna finish this off with. Like, I think the last pick for SG1 has to, or SG has to do a lot, because maybe they would be better to not go for the late game.
Right? Like go for something like mid-gamey and just go fighting.
Yeah, because, I mean, Team Spirit, they have decent late game, but Sven, I kind of like that. They have a really strong tri-lane at least, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't... It's like a single core Sven, right? It kind of hurts, and there's a lot of disable. Once he gets BKB, he's in a decent spot to actually be able to do stuff, but...
Yeah, I mean... I'm not a huge fan of single core Sven. At least when you don't have the like super combo, maybe Darkseer, you know, Blink Vacuum, whatever.
Yeah, or some type of like boost for him, like anything, like a Bloodlust, anything along those lines to make him a little
against
stronger.
Tiny though, but it's also one of those heroes like Tiny can just throw Sven away even through BKB. I think that's quite annoying.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. But he can for sure solo carry this game. I think if like they win the early game, getting the stacks, getting the control like early Blink, SMY, BKB, whatever, I think they could do well. But personally, I like Spirit's lineup more.
I would be inclined to agree. They have like the Silencer, I think, just is amazing versus the first 4 heroes that they picked. Like Sven is decent, but this Silencer pick I think is gonna ruin the first 4 heroes.
It goes down to the laning a lot. Did they show? Is it gonna be mid?
It's BZZ playing Silencer, so it's mid Tiny.
Okay, so it's mid Tiny.
Yeah. He'll get some farm denied because of the Enigma from the
I was
Silencer.
Gonna say, I think that lane could be decent for Enigma, but with just a few, I think it's enough for just level 2 Q on Curse of the Silent, and he should be able to deal with the Eidolons and everything.
Yeah, I think he'll probably just pull the lane back jungle. Tavo tends to just play pretty passive in that. I mean, you should, as well as the Enigma, so.
For sure,
All right, well, we got a game going, man.
Yeah.
So left is the... Left looks like an alliance draft.
Yeah, I like it. I think the The Rasta is a tiny bit greedy for me, but they did pick a laner like Silencer, so
Yeah.
should be fine. I know.
Look at Iceberg. He wants that crowd on his side. Viva la Peru.
For sure, he knows to get them going.
Yeah, man.
But as we said before, Iceberg has been playing like a beast throughout the lower bracket and everything. So he has a reason to be hyped. I think he's ready to show the world.
Right away, FNG TP's top. Blocks the hard camp, so that Earthshaker Fissure block will be very nice because they won't have any way to pull it back too effectively. They just have that, the one small camp. I wonder if he's going to use that Fissure block into the neutral creeps as well. And DK Phobos. I haven't seen people do it too often. I haven't gotten to see too much Earthshaker actually at this tournament at all. I don't think anyone's really played it. It's kind of sad. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, as I said before, I think here is almost always does a good job. I mean, I understand why you would block the big camp, but personally, I didn't see the early game. Maybe he wouldn't have made it to the small camp. But personally, I think it's safer when if you can block with Shaker, you can also block the small camp because do you even call it small camp anymore? I think so, right? Like
Pole camp.
it's so much harder to contest EXP here or whatever. So I think if you can just stack that one time, pull it back, and it's so easy for the support to just get a level 2 and start zoning out.
He TP'd, and I think he was expecting like Earth Spirit to maybe run into him. So he just like put the ward down really quick because Earth Spirit TP top and he TP top as well. So we just have rune trades right away. Puck, of course, uses the orb to get to mid lane to get his block. And we see FNG walking up to place a secondary ward to watch when Tavo goes to the jungle.
I like that ward, though.
Yeah. Blocks
just
the
as
camp.
you said, that he knows he likes to go to jungle.
Yep. I love those. How do you feel about the chat wheel sounds, hearing
The
it
chat
when you're,
wheels?
when you're casting? Like, look at this. You see them just spamming their messages all the time.
I don't know, man. I think it's a little bit funny.
I like it.
But I think
I personally like it.
maybe after TI we will start getting tired of it.
Yeah.
At least the Russians did get their own voice sounds.
And it's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
That's great. So dual lane starting in mid. Tiny Isle versus Earth Spirit Puck. Puck should get some CS, but they have to watch out once there's some levels on that Tiny. There's pretty good kill threshold.
Yeah, I'm just watching bottom lane. I think this is going to end up being quite an easy lane for the Enigma. It seems like both teams took the same approach. Did I block it? Yeah.
Yeah, they blocked the
blocked
camp
big
as well.
Camp. And they both stacked and pulled straight away.
So we have a mirror matchup going on right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the Enigma should be getting a little bit more out of that. But oh, okay.
He pulled the side, right? Yeah, I was going to say,
All
that's the
right.
one I was talking about that I haven't seen people do as
I didn't even
Earthshaker.
know it was possible anymore, but
Yeah, the creeps, they don't get stuck anymore. They walk along the fissure, so you just
Yeah,
pull the
okay.
neutral camp up and you can pull it on that side. It's kind of silly, but
makes sense. It's Dota.
I mean, you saw what Boca was doing, right, at MDL? Dude, he was pulling Radiant Ancients to mid.
With
Any hero.
oh really?
He did it with Night Stalker. He literally just walked down and the leash range, I think like the box thinks it's low ground, so it reset the aggro and it pulls to the mid. He pulls the Ancient all the way there.
What the fuck, man? Did they fix it straight away or what?
I don't know if they fixed it, actually. I'm assuming they did. So Tiny leading that CS board by quite a lot so far.
Yeah, they're looking to have quite a free lane, and it goes back to a bit what we said before, like this Puck against the Tiny Wisp, not super good by itself. They tried to put more pressure by rotating the Earth Spirit, but I'm not sure if they actually get so much out of that.
Yeah. They rotate the Earth Spirit over and look at where the Sven is positioned. You see where he's farming, dude? He's
Yeah.
farming the enemy hard
like
camp to try to get that farm because he's getting denied full waves. DK Phobos is pulling the lane all the way back every single time and killing a wave.
That's a really well.
Mid lane.
Oh, he doesn't even kill.
Iceberg almost drops down there. They almost kill King RD. But Puck is not farming well in comparison to that Tiny. And once Tiny gets like that level 4, that's when you get those, or level 4 and 5, you get very easy kills on that Puck if he's below, if he's at 3/4 HP. FNG continuing to just stack and pull. Small camp. Get that levels. pull the lane back as well, because Enigma's always going to be denying those range creeps.
How are we looking at levels? Shaker's one level behind Enigma, which is quite obvious. Enigma just got the mono boot.
He's got Soul Ring on Earthshaker too already. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's Shaker. I told you. He always does something. But I think this game is still going in Spirit's direction, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, definitely
not
agree.
much hasn't been happening, but just from the fact that they cannot really do much at all with the Earth Spirit, I feel they cannot apply pressure, and they cannot really salvage the lanes.
C14.
Or the mid lane.
You might actually be able to go for this Dazzle here, but actually, never mind. That is a level 1 Shadow Shaman still. I thought he'd actually been getting some levels from the pulls.
But it does a bit surprising, honestly. Yeah, he never killed the bottom camp.
Yeah, he just used it to deny.
So something I think is actually, what not a lot of people do, but I've seen some of the supports doing, is that when you stack the small camp first time, you should be auto-attacking it the whole time. Maybe if you're a hero like Lina, not often support Lina, but whatever, you pop a Clarity and you start just hitting it a little bit, and then when you pull it the second time, or it's the first time, but when it's stacked, you will be able to clear it pretty much just by auto-attacking it. And in most cases you will get level 2. And it does make quite a big difference, I think.
FNG is a pretty selfless guy, though. You know?
No, for sure.
He probably just was like, I want to just pull the lane back. That's probably what his focus was, at least in that one, since there's an Enigma.
For sure.
So the low period during all this, SG's getting a small little advantage, I guess you'd say, in net worth because of how well the Enigma's farming bottom lane. But the thing is that the IO is stacking all the camps all over the place for this Tiny, while there's no stacks for Sven.
Yeah. That's actually true. They haven't been stacking Ancients either, right?
No, nothing yet.
Nothing. Like, it goes back a bit to what I was saying before. Like, I feel like Sven as a hero, to really use his strengths, I think you need to abuse those stacks. Like, you need to have the early levels and early gold to just keep pressuring.
Yeah. What we usually say, as when we're casting, is that one item advantage. As a Sven, one item advantage is usually perfect.
Yeah.
It's that's where you want to be as a Sven. Otherwise, you're behind.
Yeah.
If you're even, you're behind as a Sven. It's like the same concept with Luna. You want to be ahead. Otherwise, it doesn't. It feels bad.
For sure. That's also what's a bit stressful about the hero when you're playing it yourself. That's why I thought BCC handled it quite well last game, because I was so surprised they didn't die even once.
Yeah, on that Sven, he was super crippled. He was 2,800 net worth at almost 10 minutes or so, and then he just ends up becoming one of the more farmed heroes. And never died in that game. So now they're starting to get those ancient stacks going. Dazzle went back and stacked one for the Sven.
And Tiny is going to go for the fast blink. He's been queuing it up to buy. Quite standard.
Yeah, you like the fast blink, right? I used to like the drums for a while, but then when they changed it, blink just became too good, and especially versus Dazzle.
Yeah, I think exactly the same thing, actually. I think that I'm just gonna see what's happening on bottom. Not much. But as I said, the drums was really nice, and I think I've actually been playing around a little bit with it again, because I think drums right now is a really good item. And I think that's pretty much the two builds you do. Either you rush blink or you go drums into maybe an early axe or Shadow Blade or some stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, as a greedy 4 player, drums is my favorite item right now.
It just gives so much, honestly.
It really does too. It really actually does give you so much movement speed in those team fights. That endurance aura is pretty absurd.
I really think those actually activate ability does more than you think in the early fights as well.
Yeah. How's our IO doing? So level 4.
They're gonna get some levels when they clear. No, they have cleared the stacks. They've cleared one stack.
Yeah. It was only a double, so.
He's gonna get some levels.
Yeah.
So what's in what direction are these teams going? As I said before, I think Spirit, sure, they're maybe behind a little bit, but they're fine with this. They're gonna go clear the stacks. They're gonna get the blink on Tiny. They're gonna get relocate, and then they're gonna start playing the game.
Yeah, they have easier ways to like set up ganks around the map. This one, it's like SG has the people who can set up the ganks around the map is like the Earth Spirit and Puck. Other than that, they want to like take a big team fight with the Enigma.
Okay. Is Tabo the kind of player? I mean, I see now that he goes for Midas, but is
Yep.
he the kind of player that tends to go for more farm-heavy
Midas into
item?
BKB, Blink.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's never like the Greaves.
Never that Macro Greaves. They actually get the IO in the mid lane with the coil. Dazzle's rotation.
Cold Dazzle heal.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that he already went 2 in Shallow Grave, but
Bottom lane.
not sure.
Got the disable, but he's very tanky. That's a silencer. That strength gain on silencer is no joke. Neither is the
Those
Agi.
three TP is right there, man.
-2.
Yeah, Spirit reacting super fast, but fast enough to get that punish kill on Earth Spirit, but it's not the end of the world. They did have to invest quite a lot of TPs and stuff.
It's super like deceptive when you see the silencer and you're like, oh, you know, it's a squishy int hero. I can kill him.
Yeah.
I can kill him. And you look at him and you're like, wait, this hero has 2.5 strength gain, 3 agi gain. Like,
Oh, nice.
It's actually absurd.
I love the fact that he goes for Atos this game. You know, a hero like Sven, before you get BKB, Atos is disgusting. Disgusting. That's all I can say. That item is...
the build up is so nice now,
Yeah.
dude. That double bracer,
Double bracer.
oh, it's the dream.
Yep.
Makes you think back
Best,
to like,
best change ever.
yeah, it makes you think back to like old Dota 1. When I saw the patch first hit, I was like, oh my god. I'm picking like Skywrath and I'm going double bracer, double
Yeah,
null,
I really-
building Atos and Veil.
Yeah.
It felt like the, you know, everybody has
When
like,
are
these
we
weird
gonna
stat
have the
items.
double Wraith Band? What is that gonna become?
I don't know, dude.
New Super Yasha?
Some farming item.
Yeah. No, but for sure, I love those build-ups where you can go with cheap items. I think it's a little bit broken sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's so tanky. Like 1500 HP on Silencer when he's on Strength Treads right now. And I think he's not even level 10 where he gets the bonus armor if he wants to go for that. Sven, jungling. Nobody's actually in the top lane for SG whatsoever. They're just sitting around the Sven and farming pretty much with him. No aggressive plays coming out from either side. Very slow-paced game, dude. It's 2 kills, 10 minutes. Sven's going to farm that Ancient stack that he has with the Mask of Madness. They dewarded the Obs Ward that was placed there as well. Team Spirit had eyes on them.
Sorry for being quiet. I'm trying to wonder if I'm blind or where's the graph? How do I find the graph? Isn't it,
Oh, I don't know what...
doesn't it used to be in the top?
Oh, yeah, it's over here, dude. Oh, no, the graph ones? I think it's like... For you, I think it's either F4 or F5. I'm not sure what hotkeys are on that computer.
Okay.
F4.
It's fine. It's
You'll
fine.
figure
We're
it
gonna
out.
move forward. There's a rotation. On the bottom lane, we had no idea what's going on, but...
First reload of the game, Global comes out as well. SG was trying to get on the aggressive, and they just got turned around hard on. Phobos now with the Echo Slam. They're going to get Tabo as well. That's +6 int going for the Silencer.
Huge for Spirit, for sure.
First relocate of the game as well. Super successful.
First global silence as well?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, but this is what I'm saying. Like, in this case, I would be fine being SG if they actually had those stacks ready with like 4 stacks or something. I would still be very relaxed.
Lane that weave was just really starting to build up on both IO and Tiny. Silencer shows up. Big fight coming out. Magnetize spreading. Stun hits 1. Magnetize continuing to get spread out. BZZ cleans up the Earth Spirit though. So just a 2-for-1 exchange.
It was quite good for SG1, for sure.
Silencer's getting more and more in though.
Sven is going for that mom into SMY that we've been seeing a lot lately when it comes to Sven players. Silence is getting a lot of ints. I don't know. I tend to feel like that. Feels like it does less than it looks like it does.
What, taking in from people?
No, yeah, but I mean, he looks really strong when he has a lot of int. But I'm usually more scared of a punch.
Yeah. Mid lane.
So I'm looking in trouble, but I have Grave ready to sit in right.
Gets the Grave off during the toss.
Yeah, I actually thought he wouldn't get that off.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's hard.
That was well played.
Yeah. Cat.
Our tower's looking. So top tower was claimed by SG, but that's the only one. Has there even been any pressure on any of the other ones? Half HP on the top tower for SG. That's about it.
Yeah, Spirit hasn't really been pressuring towers so much.
Neither team really hits towers like that great. SG at least they have like the Sven Warcry and the Eidolons, but bottom lane, big fight gonna be turning up, but
they're rotating. I think they're gonna get a counter kill for sure.
Yeah, they get turned around.
Wisp is gonna bring out the silencer.
Oh, not in time. That's going to be all three actually brought down. Getting a little bit over-aggressive there.
Yeah.
Blinking from Tiny, the reactions coming up from SG.
He really didn't think that Wisp would die in time there. I didn't think so either, so I have to say it was a little bit surprising.
Sven's going to have SMY already, super early.
Yeah, he actually... Is he top net worth now? It is, right?
Hmm?
He's top net worth.
Yeah, he's top net worth.
Sure.
They get the Tiny throws the full combo on Sven, but Sven still 800 HP. They got the weave on him too. They're looking to keep chasing though. They've got global, and the Dazzle's completely out of mana. So
this Sven should be in trouble.
Yeah. Global as well. Everybody's out of mana on SG here too. But now TP's coming in, some reinforcements. Dazzle getting locked down as well.
Going a bit too far. Nah, they're getting out without problem. Same time, Enigma is pressuring mid. Did get a tower there, so. That's good, at least. Actually, it looks like he is going for the mech after all.
He is going to go for the mech.
Yeah, he is going for Arcing Boots minus into mech.
Since he's playing versus Silencer, I guess he wants to go for those Guardian Greaves, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. You're right. That must be the whole reason, honestly. I'm not sure if I think that is...
Uh-oh. Earth Spirit rolls into a hard place. This gets blown up by that Tiny.
No, I'm not sure if I think it was... If it is the best pickup, because I think the Greaves might. He's not going to be able to save everyone with it. Sure, it's good against the global, but I'm a bigger fan of the BKB. Then again, I guess they will want to take these team fights together with Sven, so having the Greaves plus Dazzle Armor, Dazzle Weave, Dazzle Heal, and all these things will make these fights easier for them.
Yeah, they'll be a lot more durable, but then you don't have that big threat of the Enigma. But you know, you're playing versus the global, so it's like relocate, going up top. Enigma's in some trouble. The stun is actually off the mark from Iceberg, but the toss is going to catch, and Tavo is pretty low. Should be cleaned up here by the balls, and he is.
Yeah. I still think Spirit is kind of getting this game in the direction they want.
They've already got Blink on Shaker, too. And Iceberg and Vanskar finding picks all over the place here. Dazzle should drop to the urn, but no, he's got some stick charges. They actually get the turnaround. Coil onto the Tiny.
Is he going to be able to...
He's actually okay. They did not have enough resources to try to pressure him in time. And FNG now
FNG is going to go for the tower bottom.
Those wards look pretty dead, though.
Yeah. SG rotates 5 heroes for that. So. Iceberg, are you really going to go in?
They've got global.
Yeah, it's the global. I forgot about it. Yeah, that's super simple. Now he's going to run.
Yep. Now they can get this tower probably off of that with those few roster wards that did remain.
I think this game is getting harder for SG. I think honestly they shouldn't be rotating as much as they do. I think that if Sven gets that blink BKB and they just decide to wait a little bit for items, I know it's hard against global with Relo and also global silence, but if Sven gets blink BKB, I think he can dictate these fights quite well, even without the BKB probably.
Yeah, just that blink dagger, being able to get into the fight. Definitely agree with you there.
Yeah, but Iceberg is keeping it up, having a good tournament so far.
Yeah, I mean they're non-stop aggression. He's 4-1 and 4.
Yeah.
8 kills involved. He's got to be going for that.
I have no idea what to expect out of Spirit going into this tournament, but they have been doing better than expected, and they kind of seem that for every game they win, they look a lot stronger.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what when I came here this morning today, I was telling Toby, I'm like, you know, if Team Spirit actually makes it,
is going to be in trouble. Is he actually going to get reload out? No, it's not worth it. He was offered.
Yeah. Yeah, I was telling Toby earlier that if Spirit actually wins that game versus Infamous in the lower bracket, I thought they'd actually take it the whole way, even versus Alliance.
Even versus Alliance?
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Okay, so
Oh, I said it was going to be 3-1, 3-1 Alliance or 3-2 Team Spirit.
okay.
So,
It's gonna be a long night.
let's hope not. As long as we just get some good games.
Oh, Sven
Solo
is
pick-off.
just cleaning up. It was the blink, right? No, he didn't even have a blink.
No, just got in range of a
Ran
stun.
him down. But this is the only thing I'm wondering about. If SG might have a really strong timing here. Maybe they might want to wait for even the level 18 or getting the Aegis, but their team fight does get stronger. They're gonna have mech in 100 gold. I'm not sure if that's gonna affect things so much, but
That's the thing. Like on paper, you look at SG Draft, their team fight is actually terrifying. But then it's that global, the global
Yeah,
messes
the global
up
does.
absolutely everything. And then you have the counter initiation from the Earthshaker, can be massive. And here we go. Team Spirit smoked up, looking for an opportunity to get somebody. The CC4T. He got a glimpse of FNG. It looked like. I think I saw him actually ping him. Now he throws the weave down.
no. But SG's know what's going on, taking it easy.
Oh, the beauty of Shadow Shaman. This is the one thing that they do have to threaten those towers. Besides the Tiny once you get to Aghanims, just early on, just drop some wards. Doesn't matter if they die.
Are we gonna see a dive from Shaker? Nah, he's thinking about it. But
They do have the Relo online. They're paired up top.
I should probably rotate towards top instead and apply pressure there. But this Sven though, he is getting strong. He is going for the BKB and he's closing in on level 18.
Yeah, he's
He
massive.
just cancelled his
He did.
TP. I don't think Secret saw though, or was it to top?
Spirit.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I told you I was gonna
I
do that to you.
I'm just gonna say Team S.
Team S.
Team S, yeah. That might sound wrong sometimes as well, but I'll try to deal with it. Oh, Ags pick up from Tiny. I do like that for sure. But I'm actually a little bit worried for Team S because I said that everything was going their way. For me, it depends a lot on Shaker. If he's gonna get items, it should be no problem. But I'm just not sure if is there enough damage with Tiny Silencer later on. If you're taking super late game, there's a lot of armor from Sven. Plus 20. Actually, is it only 12 armor?
For what, Enigma?
Yeah, I thought that was
12.
better.
Yeah, it's 12. 12 is quite a lot. But yeah, it's weird because it's pretty much like whichever team gets a good jump. Because let's see if SG catches that silencer, the whole fight is completely different.
Yeah, for sure. That will be the deciding factor.
Yeah, it's all about these globals are going to be the big dictator in these fights. Sven now, level 17, very close at level 18, as you were mentioning. Just getting that split push on. They get a trade now for that mid lane tower for Team Spirit, so they get a little bit more freedom to access that enemy jungle. But SG claims a tier 2 for themselves. That's great.
Yep, he is finishing those greaves before Blink as well.
This might be unexpected. I don't think SG is going to be able to get to this one in time either.
This is a really, really good Roche. They knew. I think Spirit needs that Aegis to be able to take some risks and apply pressure on the tier 2, even tier 3 towers.
Aegis with a Hyperstone now. Tiny's only level 15 though, since you're always paired up with that Iron. He's a little bit behind Sven, who's level 18, and gonna have that BKB very soon. They could definitely make some type of aggressive play with it. That's the thing is that, that's what we're mentioning, is he is like the single core Sven. So he's the one who's taking the majority of the farm on the map. Like Puck's actually getting kind of crippled, only at 7,500 net worth.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't paid so much attention to him. He's gonna go for that Blink into BOT. Okay.
Blink bots, yeah. Bit of a strange build.
He needs to split push a bit, get his gold back.
Keep those slaves out.
420 gold.
Yeah.
Now, but who do you think has a better late game? Like, what would you feel more comfortable playing? Going into, let's say, 40 plus. Okay, let's see what happens in mid.
Tiny's Dream Coiled, but they've already kind of pushed into a weird spot. They used a lot of they used the Dream Coil, and God Strength is already expended, so it's already starting to run low.
This could actually be a decent timing for Spirit to apply pressure, and they're gonna go for a free kill on their first Spirit right there.
For late game, I think I would still favor Spirit just because of that split push power that they have with the IO Tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, the Sven can be like, easy to play. It's just, you know, the global versus Enigma just changes everything. He's got Greaves now, though.
Yeah, but I feel like I think SG has to group up fairly soon, honestly. Because
Yeah,
even
like
if they have
Sven's
the
out.
Aegis on Team Spirit, like I think SG has the better team fight.
Yep.
Global is still up though.
Yeah. And he's super tanky, and he's sitting pretty far back, going for that Hurricane Pike as well, which will make him way stronger.
I like that build up for sure.
Yeah, Atos Force Staff, definitely pretty necessary.
Slowly
Just anything.
becoming a monster, and you will deal damage automatically.
SG definitely feeling the pressure though, all sitting in their base on that high ground. Not even trying to do anything since the other two lanes are already heavily
Is it
pushed.
Cat that is the in-game leader?
I'm
SG?
actually not too sure. I know he does the C4T
The
does the drafting, but I don't know about who does like the in-game calls. I do see Tavo talk. Tavo talks a good amount in the games that I've seen. We can look over. Which side are they? Oh, Team Spirit's on this side. We can't really see the Brazilians over there. We can see who's chatting up a lot.
Yeah, but the game is slowing down a little bit. I believe they will try to pick off this tiny bottom lane, but if the Wisp is ready, it should be very hard.
Yep. We're going to try to commit here. IO is ready. Does he start to relocate yet? Does not yet.
I think this is really good to wait, but he cannot be waiting for too long though.
It's Aegis though. They actually look
No,
like
no,
they're taking
I
the fight.
know, but oh.
They're all making their way down here.
But
The global gets spinning, and
No,
it's
that's
not a
good.
full relocate back. It's only to the side here. So Black Hole was used, and now everybody's
they're
coming in
popping
to
the smoke
initiate.
for the counter initiate again. Shaker is actually getting stopped.
Oh no, Shaker actually gets initiated, and they get a good coil down on 3 here. Sven is starting to hit the silencer, get it into his face. They don't really have anything to deal with this BKB right now.
And the Sven is just cleaning up. This is gonna be a 5-0 fight for SG.
Full 5-0 wipe with the Aegis. So they just got a
Wow.
massive timing there. Because they got the initiation on the
Well,
Shaker.
that's what I'm saying. Like you cannot
Yeah.
wait too long. You saw that they were building up for the counter initiate, but I think it was just this kind of move that is. They didn't really have to take that risk at that point. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
They like really wanted to take that fight, it seemed. Like, but yeah, Earthshaker getting jumped on. The global was great.
I think
The
it
global was
might,
perfect,
but the thing is, it might even have been easier for him to take the fight if he saves him in the first situation, reloads to the base, then they're setting up
Then they're
to
setting
go,
up.
and you know that's when they come with the shaker with the global and
because it got like a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
Right? Like the global came out and the relocate came. They used like a double save instead of saving one for the other.
it does happen to everyone
Yeah.
though. Like we've done the same thing many times, and that's the issue with those long cooldown ults.
Yeah, it was just. I think it was just. I think it was very unfortunate. DK Phobos. He got like. Well, I think he was like literally about to blink and get that.
He
and
got
get
hit
grabbed.
by the. I think it was hit by the Earth Spirits.
It was
Boulder Smash.
Malefice and Boulder Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah, both hit him.
It was, I think that was this. That did decide the whole fight, honestly.
Yep. Because Iceberg got a good combo combination on like 2 or 3 heroes, but then the coil grabs everybody and it's a Sven under coil with a BKB just beating on you. Shadow Shaman gets 2-shotted.
Are they actually gonna?
Iceberg's going for King RD here. He gets him, but now the bot's coming up from the puck. Relocate up toward the top lane for Vansco to try to save Iceberg here. He throws the Glimmer on him, but now he's going to get turned on himself. Sven 3 shots him, and Iceberg is in some trouble now here. Gets used up in the air. It's going to drop. Should be able to get bursted down here pretty soon. He tosses
Nice
him back,
toss
though, and
there.
now the rest of the reinforcements are coming.
Well, they're happy with that. Getting a free Rasta, getting free Wisp.
That was
But this
BKB
Sven
as
though,
well.
he's doing exactly what he has to do actually. Just be very confident. I mean, he has the items to be confident, but these kills matter more than you might think. Like getting this Rasta for free means he cannot be annoying and pressure this tier 2 tower on top while Wisp and Tiny are split pushing somewhere else at the same time. So it does put Spirit back quite some.
Yeah, and that last whole fight put SG at like an 8,000 experience advantage. So You look at Silencer. Silencer's only level 15. That's a core Silencer. His Puck is level 17. Sven's level 22.
The issue I just have with Silencer is that he's not great at pushing lanes.
Yeah.
And he's not super mobile. I'm just a little bit worried that if they take another fight where Global does not... Oh.
Rasta wards, traps up the Dazzle, gets cleaned up quickly. Another nice coil on 2 heroes. As they relocate it, they get instantly destroyed. I think they may have been actually weaved up as well, so they just got decimated by Sven. Sven now going on DK Phobos. Phobos drops down on the Shaker. Godlike for HFN, and they find FNG as well. Everything's falling apart here for Spirit.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. That fight looked to be so easy for Spirit, in my opinion. I thought that Dazzle was going to be dead before the fight even began. But I think it was the reload that made that fight. They didn't expect SG to be so ready as they were. Yeah,
they reloaded and it was right in the middle of a Puck and a Sven. So they just got coiled and God Strength Sven.
Yeah, this is looking grim for Team Spirits.
They're going to be able to get this tower. Tiny's not up for another 20 seconds still, too. Don't think they'll want to commit anymore after that.
They should really not commit. Yeah. They should finish the tower, though, for sure, but yeah, they do get it. And now they're in exactly the kind of position they want to.
And they're massive. This Sven is humongous. He's got AC finished up once the courier gets to pick up the plate mail.
What do you think you should go for next? Do you think you should go for that Super Orchids or Daedalus, more Heart? What do you think?
I like the Bloodthorn. It's usually it's usually a pretty safe option too. Yeah. You can deal with. You have your own way of dealing with that kind of the disables from the Shadow Shaman. You can just silence him and focus other targets, or just kill him instantly right after.
Yeah, I think.
I usually like the Bloodthorn.
It's almost always the safest choice. Yeah. Tiny, on the other hand, he is not looking as rich as he did earlier in the game.
No, finished AC.
Finished. Sure.
Yeah, it's not looking great. And Tiny's talents. The first 3 talents are decent, you know, 8 strength, 60 damage, 25 attack speed, but that level 25 damage, that level 25 talent is super underwhelming. 20% cooldown reduction and 200 avalanche.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Sven who gets 65 damage, right? It's like.
But you know, actually, I have to say something. I think this 40 plus movement speed is a little bit underrated.
It got increased so many times. It's actually a lot. It's so much.
Try the drum speed I was telling you about, and then you go 40 movement speed. You don't even need blink, man. You're just running away from everyone. And SG is going in bottom. They're going to get a free kill on Silencer.
And they're going to go for the tower. Glyph is on cooldown as well. They might actually just
will have to buy back here, or it's going to be a free Rax. And
BKB, and he just gets the Rax anyway.
Oh, this is looking very grim now for Spirit. This is looking very, very grim for Spirit. I'm not sure if they will not be able to play this split push game anymore, because they have BOT on the Puck, their shrines, no towers. Actually, the shrines are still standing. But once those shrines are taken out, Spirit's map is going to feel like it's very, very small. And what do they do now? They can't really take a step back, right?
No, I think that might be the problem, that they're taking maybe 2 steps back instead of using the Echo Slam and the global combo more.
Yeah.
I feel like I've only seen Echo maybe once or twice this game so far, instead of them like trying to look for more plays.
Yeah, that might be true. They might try too many of the actually using the global strength while they could just have pressured together or stuck together a little bit more. This Aegis will.
His Aegis and cheese, yeah, that's second rush.
They will do a lot, but is it gonna be enough? Sven.
And the fights get harder too. Like now, as the later stage goes, when they have this kind of lead for SG, because now
they actually have a pipe on the Earth Spirits.
Yeah, full pipe on Earth Spirit. Enigma's got the Blink Dagger on the way to BKB. So if he's able to if they're able to bait the global with some type of other engagement, and then he can Guardian Greave it off, blink BKB, and get a black hole, it can be very devastating for Spirit. And now they're going into the Roche Pit, and Spirit has no way to contest this one, and that's going to be Aegis Cheese and a level 25 Sven.
Yeah, and I don't really see how Spirit is actually going to take these fights right now. My suggestion would be to, you know, the best thing you can pretty much do when you play Tiny Wisp from behind is that when Sven is pushing, you toss him back into the throne, try to get the Aegis like blow up there, but even then, the pressure is for sure on Spirit to do something.
Yeah, they're in just 3 people. The other 3 besides the IO Tiny sit together pretty much in the base, and those 2 have to do everything now at this point, and they have to go for that like high ground defense until at least Aegis and Cheese expires before they go on, if they want to go for any type of aggressive play, but it does not seem like that's on the menu for them at all.
Yeah, DK Phobos, he has been having a troublesome game, as you say.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to get that impact that he wants. And you see here the puck with his BOT, he can just confidently stand and wait for Wisp Tiny to get out of position.
Yep. Boss and a Lincolns even, so they can throw the Lincolns on that Sven.
Yeah, they're actually itemizing really well right now. I wonder what the Dazzle will go. Yeah, that's the Glimmer right there.
Oh wow, C4T, I rarely see C4T get items on this team. I mean, he plays like the hard 6 role.
Yeah.
And it works really well for them because King RD is, that guy's a farmer. He tends to be a pretty farm heavy 4.
Yeah. I mean, he does have the sheath and pipe, so it's quite hard to kill even this support.
Yeah. Now they're getting a gem, they're going to closing the map even more.
Sven does not seem to, I don't think he's going to buy anything before the pressure. We'll probably wait for that Aegis to go out and then decide what they need to end the game. BKB on Tiny.
That'll help a bit, at least versus the control from the Dream
Yeah,
Coil.
but it's also good against the Earth Spirit, I guess.
Yeah.
That ult is always a little bit annoying, but...
Don't feel like they have the damage to kill the Sven at all.
For sure, like this Warcry plus Cross, even Greaves plus Grave to back him up. There's so many things to help this Sven right now. And as you said, I don't think they have enough damage to kill him twice.
Yeah. Like if they blow everything on him, they'll kill him. Then it's at secondary time. That's a big problem. They have to pretty much like kill everybody else and then kind of kite him around. So we'll see if they're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's going for the toss back. It's the right play. It's a good dodge with the Mules.
They already claimed the range racks. Defensive wards get dropped down, and SG just tried to disengage. Another really toss back, though.
That's great.
The BKB Black Hole catches the Silencer, and the IO, and the Tiny. And, whoa. I was like saying that. I was looking at mine, and mine's like totally frozen as well.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't know what to say.
Oh no, and that's like right in the middle of a pretty large fight right there. That's a pretty good black hole, though.
Yeah, he is too good of a black hole right there, and the game just crashed. I was trying to. I was like global.
Oh, on your screen it's still going. Look at that. On my screen it's completely frozen. It looks pretty sick though.
It does look quite sick right now.
Look at the IO, dude. The IO Arcana is like going nuts right now.
What is that? Is that Enigmas? Like Midas or something? What makes him look like that?
Which one? The set or
the black hole?
Oh, the bracers, the golden bracers.
Oh, it's the golden bracer. Yeah. Okay, that's what it is. All right.
Well,
anticlimactic.
Hopefully they're getting back in. We got connection problems. Well, I don't think it's internet.
Nah, I would guess it was Dota thing, right?
Maybe it was internet.
It wasn't there?
I don't even. Are we even on anymore?
Are we still here? No, we're actually not.
No, we're not.
We're talking to ourselves.
No, the crowd hears us, even though they don't speak English.
Okay. What? That's the most random timing.
Like, must have lost some sort of internet somehow. I don't know. We're finding out what the issue is, but we're just talking to ourselves. What's up, man?
Yeah, I think maybe we have a Team Spirit fan in the crowd. You know, he saw the Enigma make the move and just found cord somewhere, pull out.
Unplugged it.
Yeah. Well, at least we're getting a third game, I think.
Yeah, I do believe we're.
I don't see how Spirit turns this around.
Yeah,
sucks to be that guy. I mean, every game can be turned around, but it looks hard.
Yeah, this one's really tough. The Silencer was doing really well, but then it's like The pace got slowed down so much, the Sven just got able to farm that
It's a
BKB,
little
that
bit-
Blink Dagger.
It's like, you know, the bat I was talking about before, like all the lines we were drafted. You have that great initiate, and you're always looking to pressure lanes. You can go for BOT, and also, you know, I think that's why it became harder. Shaker can do the same thing, but I don't know. I think they were just a little bit overconfident, honestly, something like that, because the game was going in their way, and then
It slowed down so hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't find. I wouldn't see them find the game going for any type of pickoffs at all. They were like, all right, the only way we're gonna get pickoffs is like team fights, but they don't have the better team fights. They have the global to try.
is back.
But it was mostly that Aegis play bottom though. You know, they like hesitated so hard, and then Earthshaker gets initiated. That was like the
for
whole
sure,
swing
for
around.
sure.
Of the
That was
entire
the
game.
whole swing around. As you said there, like if the Shaker wouldn't have been stopped going for the counter initiate, even getting a better global than global at the same time as you reload, that could might just have been a 5-0 for Spirit instead.
Yep. All about the initiations.
Yep.
All right, so what's happening? If I'm super zoomed in as well. How do I zoom out on this?
I'm trying to.
This is kind of awkward.
Yeah.
They're all looking at each other like, oh, look at this fight that happened.
DK Phobos is surviving with 250 HP running away.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we proceed?
Have you ever been in one of these scenarios? Have you
I
had a
have.
big fight during a team
I
fight?
have probably been in all kinds of scenarios like this. What you have to do is just play on, right?
Yeah.
Like, what can you?
Of course, yeah. Some interesting situation here. FNG, I think we won.
Yeah, that's usually how we say it. Okay. Hi, we're actually on the screen. I didn't know. What are you guys holding? That's your phones. They're beautiful. Thanks.
Oh wow, that looks pretty nice.
This crowd is amazing. I love Peru. Just throwing it out there randomly.
I love Peru.
But as I was gonna say, like people don't really. Can you even load anymore? Does that?
No, I don't think loads exist anymore.
No, they don't exist, right? And
do we seriously continue or what? Well, they claim the range racks there. Beautiful black hole from Tavo. We saw the sounds in the front, so
continue the team fight.
I think they have to just continue this one.
For sure.
IO has buyback. And Tiny bought out for this fight. Tiny bought a full Crystallis. So this is their fight to go, and they have to make something happen. A big out of it for them to kind of turn this around since it's already almost a 20k gold lead for SG.
Who am I talking to in your friend list, man?
I don't know. Who are you talking to? Let me see. Oh, that's Parker, dude. That's Gods.
Yeah, he was.
He just said hi.
Who's Annie? Is that you?
No, I think Annie's his girlfriend.
Ah, okay. Now I understand.
All right, we're starting back up. Let's see what happens in this fight. Everybody's just going to click the buttons now.
That global though, is it actually?
Oh, the cleaves! They got the long lockdown on the Sven here, though. He's pretty tanky.
He still has Aegis though, right?
Yep, still has Aegis. He's
and the grave. It's gonna be a long.
They're gonna be able to clean him up. The urn is not. It's just enough to bring him down. Iceberg blinks in, commits. He's fully weaved up though. His armor is super low right
now.
now.
To see them. Actually, this is going better than I expected.
Iceberg, very low now. Looks like he's going to be dropping. Does not have buyback on the Tiny. FNG used buyback as well. Dies. This is looking like it's game over.
It's going to be the GG fight. I kind of feel like, I don't want to be the guy that says it, but I kind of feel like Spirit did, you know, they were fine with the game ending there after that pause and everything, and that's why they kind of went for the team fight and kept pursuing it. They're nice guys.
Overall, well played game from SG though. Like they knew
very well.
That like one fight pretty much bottom was the whole turnaround.
For sure. And was it the Enigma? You were talking about his Enigma, right? And I mean, it was maybe not the Black Hole that did it, but huge Malefice.
Yeah, so many benefits from the Enigma. It's the threat too, right? Like it probably got into their head a little bit at least from like, okay, we have the global and we gotta relocate out, and they did both at the same time. And it's like, you know, it's that threat of the Enigma. I actually thought that they were gonna ban this hero out in the first two versus this team, but we'll see what adjustments get made.
Secret though, I mean, Spirit.
Listen.
I can't. Team S, you know. I think they will be quite confident going into Game 3.
Yeah.
I know FNG. He will probably just look at this game like we lost the momentum. Did one bad team fight, and I pretty much decided it. I would suppose they're going for something I wouldn't say less all in, but it's just me not being a huge fan of this silencer core when it goes longer and longer into the game. Maybe seeing BCC on something like a Sven again or Nyx even would just make it a simpler game for me.
Yeah, just something easier to play rather than this like hard to execute. Like, all right, we need to play this like super perfect. Everything needs to go right. Silencer gets lots of in. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining me, dude. That was pretty fun.
Man. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
It was a good start.